Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Fine, thank you. Okay. So frameworks of Python, Django, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, TurboGate. Django is the most famous framework, mostly used framework with flexible features. Has got its own database. It has got its own application server. So in Python world, we have got three positions: backend, front end, and full stack developer. Backend deals with logic and flow of data. Front-end developer responsible for how data appears to users and how good the data is presented on the web page. Full stack developer bridges the gap between the above two positions. Yesterday, I was briefing you about this front-end technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript for how good you present the data on the web page using these technologies, right? In an HTML, we have static response, but if you combine with JavaScript, dynamic response, right? Yes, just displaying some data, HTML alone is enough. But if you want some dynamic response, right, we need to go with JavaScript. So homepage of an organization, homepage of a bank, home login page of Facebook, all these are static responses. Daily you see the same thing, right? Response is not varied from time to time. They will get the same output. Login page of Facebook, homepage of, if response is varied from time to time, if response is varied from time to time, like the news portal, Gmail inbox, right? Balance page of SPI, right? Backend, right? What to display it as a response to the end user means what language you need to prefer, what is the framework, and what is the database, and what is the ID to write the code, right? The database to use, the language, and the framework, and the ID. We need to choose that backend. Roles and responsibility of Python full stack developer: developing, managing web applications, working with the databases, working with templates, that is front end technologies, with back end technologies, working with web servers, and logical problem solving skills. Full stack development, Python full stack development, right? It is a process of developing both front end as well as back end applications. Web terminologies, right? WWW means World Wide Web. It is a system of internet servers. So these documents are called as web pages. The starting point of a document is called home page. Web pages are identified with URLs. Every web page will have a URL. Internet, network of networks. www is a service of internet. Web page means document written in HTML, which brings all means like text, images, audio, video, hyperlinks all into one place. Website, it is a group of interlinked web pages which are single domain name. Web application means application which runs on a web server. Web application, an application which runs on a web server. An application which provides service over the web. Web browser means used for browsing like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, right? Web server, software that provides the user with the required documents. through web browser. It gives the response, right? Web framework, it's a code library which helps to build flexible web application, right? Various frameworks of Python like the Django, Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, and TurboGear. MVT architecture we follow. M means model, that is database views like Python functional based views, class based views, T templates, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. IDEs we use like PyCharm Professional, VS Code. Okay. Offerings, right? Say I said 15 plus applications, hands-on experience, assignments, tasks, clear notes, recorded video, and web technologies, UI technologies, right? Yes. So just I'll give some today. Just I'll say just some introduction to this Django and a sample application. I'll show you how simple creating a web application, right? Okay. What is Django? Okay. It is a web development framework for Python. Which offers a fast and efficient or effective website development. It is a web development framework for Python which offers a fast and effective website development, right? Building and maintaining quality web applications. Building and maintaining quality web applications. Building and maintaining quality web applications, right? Yes. Advantages and features and characteristics. So Django, right, is easy to set up. It is easy to set up and run. Provides a ready-to-use interface. Provides ready-to-use user interface for admin activities. We can build all types of applications. It has got powerful URL system. Powerful URL system, right? It has got built-in authentication system. Built-in authentication system. Built-in authentication system. Automatic admin interface. Automatic admin interface. Automatic admin interface means functionality. If you want functionality for adding, editing, and deleting items. Automatic admin interface means functionality for adding, editing, and deleting items. Very less code you see. Not repeated. Very fast development. Has its own database. Okay. So what are the companies using DJANGO right currently? REST API is included. Yes. Priyan's companies using DJANGO. Companies using DJANGO, right? NASA using Pinterest, Mozilla for like Discovery Channel, YouTube, Instagram, National Geographic Channel, Google, PBS, Discuss, Bitbucket. Okay. So these are different. In this way, many other companies are using this. So if we just check it right, companies using the Django. Companies using the Django, right? Yes. Top 10 Django apps and why companies are using it. Top 10 Django apps and why companies are using it, right? Yes. Just observe this. Discuss, first one. Second, YouTube. Can you see it? YouTube. Instagram, right? Yes, Instagram. Spotify, Bitbucket, Dropbox, Mozilla, Pinterest, Washington Post, Eventbrite, right? So these are some 9 examples of companies using Django in right 2023. 9 examples, right? Companies using Django, right? Yes. Instagram, National Geographic, Mozilla, Spotify, Pinterest, Discuss, Bitbucket, right? Eventbrite, all this, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay. So people might be knowing Python. Everyone knows about Python, right? People who knows Django are very less. So Django jobs, if we say Django jobs, people who knows about Django, who has got command and Django are very less. Django jobs, 24,439 Django jobs on Naukri, right? 21,636 Python Django jobs. 1,000 plus Python Django jobs in LinkedIn. Right, 9,000 plus Django developer jobs in India. 393 are new jobs in that. 2,353 Django job vacancies, 24th September. So yes, Django developers, right? People who knows Django are very less. Who has command and Django is less. Yes. So just okay, I'll show you like a sample application, right? Yes, a small application I'll show you now, right? Sorting a virtual environment. Steps in developing. See here, later I discuss much brief about it, but just I'll show you a small application, right? Priyansh Soni, right? I said we'll be discussing REST API as part of the course, right? Again and again, I cannot keep on saying the same, right? At the end of the course, if it is not discussed, you can just question it, right? So yes, fine. So observe here. Mm, Steps in application development, steps in application creation, right? Okay. Steps in applications creations, right? First, activating virtual environment. Activating. Second is like creating or starting a project. So the command to start a project, Django-admin. What is the command, right? It's creating or starting a project. What is the command? Django-admin. Start project, project name. Creating or starting an application. Creating or starting an application. Python manage.py start app application name. So what is the command for creating or starting an application? Python, there is a file manage.py start app. You can give any application name. DJANGO-admin, start project, some project name you can give, right? Yes. Okay. Next. Activate virtual environment, creating or starting a project. DJANGO-admin, start project name, creating a, okay, okay. Next, adding your application. Settings.py, defining URLs for your web application. Define the business logic.
So the above sentence for
Defining
URL.
URLs for your web application. Defining
Yes.
URLs for your web application. Define the business logic within business logic means Python logic.
The steps in application creation means which application, sir?
I'll show you practically now, right? So project folder will be there, application folder will be there. So two folders will be creating, project and application. All the application related within this, all project related within this. So we don't need to create any .py files. Automatically they'll be created, right? I'll show you. I'll show you all these steps now practically with one application. Define the business logic, that is Python code within views.py file. Right. Next, migrate. Check for any errors. Or to create database or to create database table. Start server. Giving request in the browser. Okay. Creating first one is activating virtual environment, right? So just I'm going to show you. I said I'll be showing you in two IDs, PyCharm Professional and VS Code, right? Yes. Visual Studio Code. So later I'll show you step by step how to download and how to install this Visual Studio Code and how to perform all these things, right? Now just watch this. Later we can do parallelly along with me in the next from the next session onwards. Okay. So apps, Django apps. So this is what the previous batch, right? It's still going on, right? From morning 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My project 19 is going on at currently. So yes. So Django apps one folder was created. Observe carefully. Django apps one folder was created in the C drive where I can store all my applications. So DJANGO, you can check within that scripts. Yes, within that activate. How to activate means here you need to go to this path. C drive, DJANGO apps, my virtual environment, scripts, and say activate. Yes. Okay. So you are currently in C DJANGO apps folder. So change your directory to my virtual env. Within that scripts folder is available. Within that activate option is available. Change your directory, right? And say activate. Within that folder, say activate. Now it is activated. My virtual environment is activated. You can see that. And the next step is what? Creating or starting a project. Creating or starting a project, right? This is the command. I'll just create it. Step 1. Creating or starting a project. The command is this. DJANGO-admin start project, project name. So in the DJANGO apps, I'm going to create, okay. In the DJANGO apps, I need to create my project. So first I need to come out of this cd dot dot, you will come out of the scripts. Again, if you say cd dot dot, if you come out of this, now in DJANGO apps, within the DJANGO apps folder, what is the command to create a project? What is the command to create a project? This is the command. Yes. So what is that? Yes. DJANGO-admin start project. My project. My project one, I'm saying, right? DJANGO-admin start project. My project one, I'm saying, right? Say enter. Project, there is a typo in project spelling is, there's a typo, right? Project. DJANGO-project, start project. So this is the command. If you want, anytime if you want to create a project, right? Start project, the project name, any name you can give, right? That start project is a command. Start project is a command, inbuilt command, right? DJANGO-admin start project. Project name you can have any name, right? Project name you can have it, but this command start project, right? We need to use that. Even if you do in uppercase, it won't work. So it's created. Can you see at the left side, my project one? Can you see here, my project one at the left side? Whenever you create a project, by default, you will get all the .py files gets created. .py files are going to get created automatically. Check it once. In my project one, can you see inner project folder? Right. You will see all these py files, init.py, asj settings.py, urls.py, wsgi.py, manage.py. All these py files are got created automatically. We didn't create, right? Whenever you create a project folder, my project one, all these .py files are created automatically. We no need to create anything. That's why it provides many flexible features. We no need to write the huge codings here. Already the code is available. We need to make the changes accordingly. Now change your directory. Now I want to enter into this my project one. Change your directory. cd change your directory to my project one. Now you are in my project one folder. If you want to see the tree structure, what are the things available? Tree structure in the my project one folder, what are the files got created? It will show the entire tree structure. So tree /f, if we say, it will show the entire tree structure. Now what is the next step? Creating or starting an application. Creating or starting an application, right? Yes, creating or starting an application. What is the, okay, what is the command for starting an application or creating an application? Means Python, okay, manage.py, start app is the command, application name. What is this manage.py? Means just now it has got created, right? Can you see here? Yes, manage.py got created. If you can you see here in my project one, the last one, what we see, manage.py. Manage.py is responsible for starting the server. Yes, for migrating, for creating application, right? Manage.py. So Python already just now manage.py file created, start application, application name. Try to say Python manage.py, start app, application name, demo app, demo application. I'm saying Python manage.py, start app, demo app. Demo app is going to get created automatically. Yes, created. Can you see here demo app got created at the left side? Can you see at the left demo app is got created? See what is present in the demo app. What is present in the demo app? Admin.py, apps.py, models.py, test.py, views.py. My project one. Okay. So demo app also, right? You got some demo applications. Within the demo application also, some .py files are created automatically. Admin py, models means for database related, views means writing the business logic, test.py. All these .py files will be discussing in brief in our course one by one, right? So all these .py files are created automatically. Okay, fine. Next step. Python manage.py start app. There is creating or starting an application, right? Yes. See here, migrations is there. Whenever you create any database table, within this migrations only, the SQL code will be generated for creating a table, right? A code will be generated within these migrations, right? Within the migrations only, that code will be generated. What is that? SQL code. Then later we execute that SQL code only, then the table gets created within the database. Later I'll discuss, right? Within this migrations folder, one initial.py file gets created, which consists of the table creation steps in it. Yes. Later we discuss about all this, right? Whatever present in the application folder, about all these things we'll be discussing one by one what they do. But just now application got created, many py files. You see 5 py files in application folder, you see 5 py files in project folder, which are created automatically. Totally 10 .py files which are required for your project. Next step is what? Add your application name to settings.py. So to identify your application, what is your application name? Demo app. Add your application to settings.py. So within this project folder, you got settings.py. Within the settings.py, just add your application name, demo app. So what are the various installed apps? Installed apps, it is showing the installed apps, right? So demo application, what you are trying to show? Demo application, demo app. Add your application name to installed apps within the settings.py. Okay. So add your application name to settings.py. First create project folder, create application folder, Python manage.py, start app, application name, demo application are given. The demo application name add to settings.py. Here I added the demo app within the settings.py. Settings.py file is there. Within that, where you will add in line number 40, in the installed apps will be there. Within that installed apps, add here. Save, Control S. Next. What is the next step? Defining URLs for your web application. Define some URLs for your web application. Okay, so this is just I'm showing you, but later we discuss in brief with multiple examples, right? So just a sample web application I'm saying, but later I discuss step by step all this. Defining URLs for your web application means yes. Within this, I'll just minimize this. Within the project folder, you will see urls.py where you will be specifying the URLs for your web application. So here URL patterns will be there. RE underscore path, just raw string. This is the symbol we call like starts with demo, start with the demo and ends with the demo. This we say start with demo and ends with demo. So go, if I give this URL means what has to be get executed means go to views.py file, within that a function, input function, go and execute that function, right? Here, whenever you are using repath, the import statement for it, path, comma, re underscore path, we need to use this import statements. And for views also, right? Where this views.py is available, within this application folder demo app, this views.py is available. So where it is available? From demo application import the views.py. Why we are importing views means we are using this views dot input function. Okay. RE underscore raw string demo is the URL. Whenever you give this URL, this input function has to get executed. So where you will define this input function in the views.py file. Now go to this views.py and just specify this input function. Yes, within this demo application, we have got views.py. Here we need to specify a function. URLs, try to save it. Control S, you save. Yes. Go to application folder. Go to views.py and define a function. df input function. It takes the request and gives the response. So I want some kind of HTML kind of response. HTML kind of response. So I'll write some HTML code here. Within the triple quote, I'll write some HTML body. Background color of this web page, red color. Text color I want, don't give comma. Text color I want as yellow color. Within the H1, just say some message. Welcome to the Django world. Close that body. Close that HTML. Yes. Now this is the double quotes. str1. I'm stored it in one string str1 equal to. str1 is nothing but this entire string. Return what kind of response? HTTP response. Return HTTP response. str1. str1, right? Yes. This HTTP response, I need to import one import statement from django.http import HTTP response. Import HTTP response. This import statement, right? Just I've written a small HTML code for displaying welcome to the Django world. Within the input, within the Python code, I've written HTML code and returning as the response. Take the request and use the response, right? Yes. Now save it. Now what is the next step? Defining the business logic within the view. Just now we are. Next is migrate. Migrate and next start server and give the request. First migrate. How will you migrate? Same thing. Python. See the same. Manage.py migrate. You want to create an application, use manage.py. If you want to migrate, you say If you want to migrate, manage.py. If you want to start server, yes, migrating, right? Applying all these settings. Next, what is the next step? Start server. And next is giving request in the browser. How to start this server? Python manage.py and run server. Python manage.py run server is the, now the server is going to start. So starting development server at so and so, yes, port 8000 is the port where this exactly this Django is running. And this 127.0.0.1 is the local host IP address. I'll copy this. I'll copy this to a separate. Now giving request in the browser. So before you give the request, see that URLs. What is your URL you are given? Demo URL. So copy this HTTP, these things. Just copy this. Control C, you say. Control C and open one separate browser, Chrome browser, right? And paste it here. And here, what is the URL? Demo, right? Yes. Start with the demo and with, whenever I say enter, it gives the response. So yes. 1 second. It is taking the previous project, my project 19 URL it is taking. It is taking. So just before this class, I was just executing this my project 19, that URLs it is taking. How can we stop it? Means go to run. I'll respond.txt within this my project 19. Stop it. My project 19, that is before your class has just I was discussing this my project 19. Still it's, I will stop it. End process. End process. End process. Now you can just give this demo, right? Refresh. This is the circular arrow is there, right? Just refresh. Right? Welcome to DJANGO world. That is the response. So these are the steps involved, right? Just still I didn't discuss anything about DJANGO, but just I was showing a sample web application, how to start a project, how to start an application, how to define URLs, how to write to views.py, migrate, start server. Later I discuss in brief after we discuss like UI technologies, DJANGO, how to download a ID, VS Code ID, PyCharm ID, right? And how to install. Step by step, I'll be discussing about all this. Just I'll give an overview today, just a sample application. Later about each and every step I'll be discussing in brief. So just I said, we no need to create .py files. Automatically they are created. We need to make changes accordingly. So what we did? Create project folder, create application folder, specify the URL for your web application, write the business logic, migrate, start server, and give your request in the browser. Yes. So Django is with very less code, with rapid speed, you can develop a web application. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application. This is in VS Code. But in PyCharm, there is one more ID, PyCharm ID, which is mostly used. Within just whatever we did, it completes in 5 minutes. See, whatever we did, I'll show the same application in PyCharm, right? It hardly takes 2 minutes to create application. So this is one more ID I'll open, right? See this. PyCharm. So now I did this all 1, 2, 3, 4, all these steps automatically. It will only perform all this. This first 4 steps. We are not going to do anything within this, right? Yes, within the PyCharm ID. That this ID is much more flexible for DJANGO, right? Especially this PyCharm. Automatically, it will create all the project application folder as all these first 4 steps. This loading my project 19. My project 19, just now before your class, I was discussing this my project 19. So just save file. Close project. How simple this IDE means? Observe carefully here. What are these first 4 steps here? First 4 steps previously we have performed, but in this PyCharm ID, these first 4 steps we no need to perform. Directly we can go from 5th step onwards. Just what you do is new project I want. Select which one, Django or Flask or Pyramid or what, which framework you want. Django framework. Django project 1. Django project 1. More settings. Just you give your project name here. Give your application name here. Demo app. Previously, for creating this application, we have used one command. Creating this project, we have used one command previously, right? Now just say create. Everything gets created now. Just observe here. Everything gets created. So now all the first 4 steps, whatever happened, it creates project folder, it creates application folder, it just adds the application name within settings.py, activates virtual environment, everything happens. We don't need to do all this. Yes, it takes a little bit time for creating the project structure. Yes, can you see now at the left side? Project folder, Django project, application folder, demo app. If you open it, the file, see all the .py files for your project which are required, everything are created automatically. And for project folder also, all these 10 py files are created automatically. We no need to create this. Okay, fine. Yes. Fine, right? Yes. Django project, demo app and project 1, right? PyCharm installation, right? Whatever version 2000, I'll make you install 2023 version only. Okay, I'll make you install 2023 version only, right? PyCharm installation while installing PyCharm. It's a licensed one. PyCharm is what? Licensed one. So after your license, after working after 1 month, you can work freely. After 1 month, your license will be expired. Then how you can just extend that license, right? I'll be showing you without taking the license. Means if you are just registering with one mail ID, right? For 30 days, it gives. In 2023 version, I'm saying. 2021 version means, so no need of all this. But 2023 version, after 1 month, again, you need to create one more mail ID and register Again, for 30 days you work. For every 30 days you need to. Otherwise, if any new version comes, the new version also you can work with 30 days. Otherwise, you are supposed to buy the license for it. Okay, fine. So here, just all these files are created. Just to see 2 minutes it takes to create the application urls.py. What is the URLs you want to specify here? Just I'll copy from this previous application, right? This is we did in VS Code. I'll just copy it. This is your, what is your URL? Demo is the URL. Yes. Path, comma, RE underscore path. RE underscore path. And for I'm using this views dot input, right? So here from demo app, within the demo application, right? Here if we key in demo application, this views is present from demo application, import views. So how to, yes, I'll show you, right? So PyCharm. So here, just observe here, this is the URL, right? This is that URL stuff. So this input function, if you want to write your business logic in the views.py, define a function, input function. So just now I've written the code, right? In the other IDE, right? In views.py, just define a function, write the HTML code, welcome to DJANGO world, return HTTP response, right? These things. Just define a view here. Return HTTP response from DJANGO.http import HTTP response. Import HTTP response. Yes. That's what, that's finished, right? Now here we don't need of any command. So here within the tools, run manage.py task. Migrate, you can say, migrate, you can say. Say migrate, it migrates. How to run the server? Here, this play, you can see a button here, like play button, it is there for running the server. Server starts. Can you see here? Server starts. So starting development server at so and so. Right click and say which browser you want to open, you can open that browser. And it displays that, right? What is that URL we need to specify? /demo. Demo URL. Say enter. Yes, welcome to the Django world. So this is much more flexible, right? This ID, PyCharm ID, right? Yes. So I'll be just showing you, yes. You want to download that PyCharm. Later I'll show you the download process of PyCharm. See this, just say PyCharm download. How to download this ID means PyCharm download Python ID, PyCharm, right? Python ID, right? For professional. So yes. So the latest version will be downloading 2023, right? Yes. Download it. Download and install, normal installation, right? So the latest version of PyCharm, right? So download while downloading, right? See other versions. You can see the other versions here. Which version you want, you can download it. So here, this is the latest version, right? 2023.2.1 for Windows. 2023.2.1. This version is the latest version. If you click it, it gets downloaded and you can install it. Yes. Okay, fine. So this is what a sample application I was showing you, right? So from next week onwards, we'll be starting with our course. We'll be having the class for 2 hours, 10 to 12 on Saturday, 10 to 12 on Sunday, right? Yes.
Vijay, I have one doubt.
Mhm.
Actually, I am joining in Python 6 p.m. batch, but I
Six,
am not
6 a.m.
6 a.m. batch, but I am not paying the Django classes actually. So I'm interested to joining the Django, but same piece or any discount?
7,000 you have to pay.
Actually, I'm joining Python, right? So
Okay, you can discuss with this online team, right? That front office. They
okay.
have given this details about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hands-on batch, right? You people will be doing along with me parallelly. So I said 15 to 20 applications I'll be showing you. Like you'll be doing along with me parallel. If you get any error, you'll be sharing the screen. I'll be rectifying the error, right? Until everyone gets the outputs, we won't go to the next application, right? You can see that payment structure, the contact details of the online team, contact details of the online team. Yes, you can see yesterday's demo video, you can see the course content, you can see. So
Video was not
it's a,
uploaded.
yes,
The
video.
the link has shared for Hadoop Bansal.
See here, yes. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
Share करो. ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ପ୍ରଥମ ମହିଳା ମୁଖ୍ୟମନ୍ତ୍ରୀ
Fine. Yes. So daily, okay, you'll be getting that course content to your mail IDs. You can check within this mail IDs. And also just wait for 1 minute. That course content will be displayed in this chart. And as I said, UI technologies will be covered in brief. First, UI technologies are going to be covered. So people who are updating with Python, right? Not a problem. Next, like 4 weeks, I'll be discussing on this HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? So before I go with DJANGO, right? Yes. So by the meanwhile, your Python course, like almost like 60 to 70% who are updating will be completed, right? And You will be getting the video of it. Once you get enrolled, right, everyone, you will be getting the video to your Google Drive every day, right? A video will be added to the drive. Clear notes will be provided. Step-by-step notes will be provided. Yes. Assignments tasks will be provided. A WhatsApp group, separate WhatsApp group will be created for this DJANGO, right? Yes. Fine. You can see the payment details, other things in the chart panel. And that if any queries related to the fees, other things, you can have, they have got the contact details they have provided. And yesterday's demo video is provided, right? So in this course content, right, all these UI technologies, HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript, and this Django implementation. But that REST API is not included in that, means the course content is not in the course content is not given, but it will be covered, I said, right?
So MySQL.
So this, yes, database also up to that required will be discussed, right? Yes. Fine. So next week,
Study video has not shared, sir.
yesterday's video you're talking?
Yes, sir. We
can
haven't received.
See, from next week onwards, next Saturday onwards, right, you will be getting to your Google Drive, next class onwards. But you can see in the chart, right? You can see in the chart the video link. Before the payment, you can see the demo video link and copy that link and right. And today's video also you'll be getting to your mail IDs. Okay.
And sir, and I don't have any prior knowledge on Python. Is it good way to go with the Django and the HTML and everything? Because I have a knowledge on HTML, CS, and JavaScript, but not Python.
Python, are you updating now?
No, sir, and I don't have any knowledge. Is it good way to go with this course, or do I need to learn Python first?
So you need to update Python, right? So Python,
Okay.
there's a Python batch starting at morning 7 a.m. next on October 3rd. You can just, if you want, you can update it. So morning
Okay.
7 a.m. on October 3rd it is starting. Otherwise, a new batch starting on this Tuesday at the evening at 10 p.m.
So we can take the parallelly the course like Python and at the same time this course?
Yes, you can go parallelly because first HTML, CSS, JavaScript will be discussed, right? Not immediately we go with Django. Even if you go with Django later, once after completing HTML, CSS, JavaScript with Django architecture will be covered. Django basic applications will be discussed. All this by the time 50% of your course will be completed. Python.
Okay, thank you.
It's a regular batch, right? Python is a regular batch. It's a weekend batch. Fine.
Okay, is there any weekend batch for particularly for Python?
No, there is no Python weekend batch. Only it's regular batch. So you can see, right, demo link, demo video link, and the course content link. You can see now they have pasted in the chart. Yes. Hadoop video link.
Sorry, sir. I was referring a old link that was related to the Hadoop.
Okay. It's okay. Fine. So get enrolled, right? So next Saturday, the link will be changing, right? The link is going to be changed. So get enrolled for this batch. So those, if you get enrolled, right? If you're done with the payment process, don't forget to send the screenshot of the payment to this DurgaSoft online training. They have mentioned in that chart, right? In that message, DurgaSoft online training @gmail.com, so that they'll be forwarding you the new link for the next class. Yes.
Sir, the course
The ones who
duration.
already made a payment.
Those who are already done with that full stack payment, right? You will be getting the link. They'll be forwarding you the link, right? For all those people who are today who have joined or yesterday who have joined, right? Who have already done with the payment, they will already, you'll be getting the link, right? If you're not got, you can just the mobile numbers are given, right? You can just contact or you can just ping me, right? Yes. Fine.
Sir, course duration.
10 weekends.
Okay, sir. Saturday, Sunday only 2 hours, 10 to 12.
2 hours as of now, but later when we are doing with applications, I'll go with 2.5 hours. If possible, sometimes 3 hours I'll be taking. 10 to 12 as of now, 10 to 12:30 it goes up. Sometimes the applications are big, it goes a little bit. Fine. 2 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours on Saturday, 2.5 hours on Sunday, 5 hours per week. So yes. Next week onwards, we'll be going with those 10 to 12:30. Yes. Fine. So I'm stopping here. We'll continue next week, right? So the link will be changed for the next week. Get enrolled, right? Yes. For getting that videos, soft copy of the notes, and will be added to the WhatsApp, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you on next Saturday.
Thank you, sir.